right now, something subtle is happening inside your body, and you're probably missing it. You step outside. You start walking. No music, no scrolling, no notifications pulling your attention away. Just you and the quiet rhythm of your steps. Most people think walking is just movement, just calories, just something you do to stay active. But inside your body, something far more precise is unfolding. Because what happens next only begins when the noise stops. Inside your body, there's a system constantly scanning your environment. Not just for danger, but for signals. Signals that tell it whether to stay alert or finally relax. Think of your body like a massive control center. Thousands of tiny systems communicating. Your brain, your hormones, your muscles, your metabolism, all waiting for instructions. And here's the part most people miss. Your attention is one of the strongest signals you send. When your mind is constantly switching, checking your phone, reacting, scrolling, your body interprets that as low-level stress, not panic, but a steady background tension. Like an engine that never fully powers down. But when you walk without distractions, something changes. You're not feeding that constant stream of input anymore. The noise begins to fade, and your body starts shifting gears. Not because you forced it to, but because it finally can. In the first few minutes of walking, nothing dramatic seems to happen. Your legs move, your breathing adjusts, your heart rate rises slightly. But inside, your brain is already recalibrating. Without your phone pulling your focus, your sensory system opens up. You notice your surroundings more. Your steps become rhythmic, predictable. And this is where it gets interesting. Your nervous system begins to shift from reactive mode to responsive mode. Think of it like switching from a chaotic control room full of alarms to a calm, organized system that can finally process information properly. Stress signals, like cortisol, start to slowly decrease, not instantly, but noticeably. Your breathing deepens, even if you don't realize it. Oxygen moves more efficiently. Your heart doesn't just beat faster, it beats more smoothly. And here's the part most people miss. This isn't just relaxation, this is preparation. As you continue walking, your body enters what you could call the activation phase. This is where most people stop, but this is where it actually starts. Your muscles begin demanding energy. At first, your body pulls from quick sources, stored sugars in your bloodstream. But without distractions, something subtle happens in your brain. It stops signaling urgency, and that changes everything. Because when your brain isn't flooded with stimulation, it doesn't push your body into quick energy mode. It allows a slower, more efficient system to take over. Fat metabolism begins to quietly activate. Think of it like switching from burning paper to burning logs. Slower, cleaner, more sustainable. But here's the part most people miss. This shift depends on calm. If your mind is scattered, your body stays slightly tense, and tense systems prefer fast energy. But when your mind settles, your body follows. Now watch this. As you move deeper into your walk, something powerful begins to happen. Your brain and body start syncing. Your steps create rhythm. Your breathing aligns with that rhythm. Your heart settles into a steady pattern. This isn't random. This is coordination. Inside your brain, networks responsible for focus and awareness become more active. Not the frantic kind of focus, but a calm, steady clarity. At the same time, your stress response continues to drop. And this is where it gets interesting. When stress signals decrease, your body becomes more sensitive to insulin. That means it can manage energy more efficiently. Instead of storing fuel, it starts using it. Fat cells, which were previously locked, begin releasing stored energy into your bloodstream. Not because you forced them to, but because your body now feels safe enough to do so. And this changes everything. Because most people think fat loss is about intensity, about pushing harder, burning more, but your body doesn't respond best to pressure. It responds to signals. And right now, during this quiet walk, you're sending one of the most powerful signals possible. We're safe, we can use what we've stored. As your walk continues, you enter the peak phase. This is where the internal transformation becomes more pronounced. Your body is now fully engaged in a coordinated process. Your muscles are efficiently using both glucose and fat for fuel. Your breathing is steady and deep, delivering oxygen exactly where it's needed. But here's the part most people miss. Your brain is also changing. Without constant digital input, your mind enters a state often described as soft focus. It's not distracted, but it's not strained either. This state reduces mental fatigue and allows your brain to process thoughts more clearly. At the same time, your body releases compounds that support recovery and repair. Inflammation begins to decrease. Blood flow improves. Even your digestive system benefits from this calm, rhythmic movement. And this is where it gets interesting. All of this is happening because you removed one thing: distraction. Now think about that for a moment. You didn't add a supplement. You didn't follow a complicated routine. You simply walked and let your body do what it's designed to do. But here's where the story goes deeper. Most people misunderstand their bodies. They think their body is working against them, that it's slow, resistant, stubborn. But the truth is, your body is incredibly intelligent. It's constantly adapting to the signals you give it. And when you're constantly distracted, overstimulated, and mentally scattered, your body adapts to that too. It stays slightly tense, slightly alert, slightly inefficient. Not because it's broken, but because it's responding. And this changes everything. Because when you remove that constant stimulation, even for a simple walk, you're giving your body a different set of instructions. You're not fighting it anymore, you're working with it. There's even research suggesting that when attention is directed outward in a calm, consistent way, like during mindful walking, stress markers decrease more effectively compared to distracted movement. In simple terms, it's not just that you're walking, it's how you're walking. Your awareness changes the outcome. But here's the part most people don't think about. What happens if you never give your body this space? If every walk is filled with scrolling, notifications, constant input? Your body never fully exits that low-level stress state. It keeps choosing quick energy. It keeps holding on to stored fuel. It keeps operating in a slightly inefficient mode. Not dramatically, not obviously, but consistently. And over time, that consistency matters. Now imagine the opposite. You start walking regularly, no phone, no distractions, just presence. At first, it feels simple, maybe even boring. But inside your body, patterns begin to shift. Your stress response becomes more balanced. Your metabolism becomes more flexible. Your energy systems become more efficient. Your body learns that it can rely on stored energy instead of constantly seeking quick fixes. And this is where it gets interesting. These changes don't stay limited to your walks. They carry over into your entire day. Better focus, more stable energy, improved recovery. Not because you pushed harder, but because your system became smarter. Over time, your body rewires itself around this new signal. Calm movement, consistent rhythm, focused awareness, and slowly, almost invisibly, everything starts to align. So the next time you step outside for a walk, remember this. You're not just moving your body, you're communicating with it. Every step, every breath, every moment of attention sends a message. And when that message is clear, your body responds, not with resistance, but with cooperation. Your body isn't broken, it's listening. And walking, without distractions, is one of the clearest signals you can give it. So now I'm curious. The next time you go for a walk, will you leave your phone behind? And what do you think you'll notice first, inside your body?